Good morning and welcome. Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Please rise and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. My name is Angel Cabrera, and I have the privilege of serving as Georgia Tech's president. Graduates, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, families, and friends, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 262nd commencement exercises at the Georgia Institute of Technology. It is particularly meaningful to be together bright and early, marking this very special day at Bobby Dodd Stadium. We're going to do things a little bit different today as we closely watch the forecast and weather radar. We've done all the data analytics in the world, and we're going to find out how good we are at it. But to limit our risks, I'm going to ask everybody's cooperation so that we can do this smoothly and on time before the storm hits. Most of the students graduating today just took an accelerated lecture on the procedure to put the hood on from Dean Isbell. I hope you took good note on how to do that. That's a skill that will serve you over the rest of your career. So we're going to start with a hooding ceremony. Then you will hear from our speakers. Remember that if it rains, we will simply get wet. It's only thunderstorm that will change our protocol. But remember also that your degree will not be official until I pronounce some magic words after the speeches. So after you've gotten hooded, you're not done yet. If you want your degree to be fully official with all the powers, you better come back and sit and listen to the last lecture. All right, so let's get started. With us today in person and online are many family members, friends, and colleagues whose love and support have helped make this day possible. Our students know perfectly who they are, and they know that they would not be here if it weren't for you. And because of that, I thank all of you, those who are with us and those who are remotely watching us. Also with us are faculty and staff members who have guided and mentored the students, offering their time, wisdom, and expertise to help them reach their fullest potential. Would members of our faculty and staff please stand so we can recognize you? I thank you all for a job well done. With me on the platform are some members of our leadership team. I'd like to introduce some of them now. Please hold your applause as they stand when I call their names. Dr. Shawi Abdallah, Executive Vice President for Research. Larry Jacobs, Senior Vice Provost for Education and Learning. Bonnie Ferry, Vice Provost for Graduate and Postdoctoral Education, and today's Mace Bearer. Charles Isbell, Dean of College of Computing, and today's hooding assistant and all-time hooding expert at Georgia Tech. Aaron Levine, Associate Dean, Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts. Ellen Bassett, Dean, College of Design. Sumen Ghosh, Senior Associate Dean, Scheller College of Business. Laura Candonati, Associate Dean, College of Sciences. Kim Curtis, Associate Dean, College of Engineering. Leslie Sharp, Dean of Libraries. Renee Kapkowski, Vice President, Institute Communications, and Jeremy Gray from the Registrar's Office. Thank you all so very much. All right, so you have, I know, waited for quite a while for this moment. It is time to be hooded to signify the completion of your degree. The moment of walking across the stage and receiving your hood represents the culmination of a great deal of hard work and an incredible achievement for each of our graduates. So again, I would ask that after you receive your on-stage recognition, you return to your seat and show your fellow students the same respect they have given you. I'm now pleased to welcome Provost Stephen McLaughlin, who will present the candidates for doctoral degrees. Steve?
Ph.D. graduates, you ready? Are you ready? Candidates for doctoral degrees, please rise and remain standing. President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for doctoral degrees who have completed the requirements for these degrees.
They asked me like yesterday, the day before.
Dr. Sujay Pandey, advised by Abhijit Chatterjee. Dr. Deep Samal, advised by Saival Mukhopadhyay and Marilyn Wolfe. Dr. Nikhil Chawla, advised by Saival Mukhopadhyay. Dr. Shuiyuan Shi, advised by Saival Mukhopadhyay. Dr. Peter Robert Griffiths, advised by Tequila Harris. Dr. Tae Jun Jung, advised by Tequila Harris. Dr. Hung Tang Ko, advised by David Hu. Dr. Caitlin Elizabeth Fry Hildebrand, advised by Ayana Howard. Dr. Jin Xu, advised by Ayana Howard. Dr. Razvan Christian Voiku, advised by Dr. Yusun Chang. Dr. Alex Draper, advised by Mark Weisberg. Dr. Navdeep Dahiya, advised by Anthony Yezi. Dr. Minas Daniel Benjamin, advised by Anthony J. Yezi. Dr. Abigail Marie Johnson, advised by Jennifer Glass. Dr. Chase James Chivers, advised by Brittany Schmidt. Dr. Chase James Chivers, advised by Brittany Schmidt. Dr. Francisco Castillo Zunino, advised by Pinar Keskinochak. Dr. Anthony Dimitri Armand Anyezina, advised by Sung Kyu Lim. Dr. Jin Woo Kim, advised by Sung Kyu Lim. Dr. Hye Yoon Jang, advised by Ryan Lively. Dr. Conrad Joseph Roos, advised by Ryan Lively. Dr. Matthew Paul Rivera, advised by Ryan Lively. Dr. Sada Fakretaha Aval, advised by Lauren Dean Williams. Dr. Fabio Sozio, advised by Professor Arash Yavari. Dr. Chi Men Shu, advised by Fanish Suryanarayana. Dr. Luk Hong Lee, advised by Kyriaki Kalaitsidu and Carl Jacob. Dr. Darren Ronald Spence, advised by Shannon Yi and Kyriaki Kalaitsiu.
Dr. Tyler James Pillay, advised by Tarek Raka.
Dr. Marzieh Bakhtiari Nude, advised by Professor Russell Dean Dupuy. Dr. Stefide Sadat Hashemi Yazdi, advised by Surya Kaladindi. Dr. Dylan Robert Dautel, advised by Julie Champion. Dr. Param Chabra, advised by Manpreet Hora and Karthik Ramachandran. Dr. Stephanie Kasevska, advised by Martha A. Grover and Ronald W. Rousseau. Dr. Ipsita Mohanty, advised by Vinayak Agarwal and Neha Garg. Dr. Ruxandra Duca, advised by Dimitri Mavris. Dr. Arua Garbi, advised by Dr. Dimitri Mavris and Dr. Olivia Fisher. Dr. Raffaele Gradini, advised by Dimitri Mavris. Dr. Alexander Alexandrov Markov, advised by Dimitri and Mavris. Dr. Zhenyu Gao, advised by Dimitri Mavris. Dr. Raphael Gautier, advised by Professor Dimitri Mavris. Dr. David Anthony Heath, advised by Vladimir Kolesnikov. Dr. William T. Bradley, advised by Fani Bukovala. Dr. Aileen Aid, advised by Manos Tentzeris. Dr. Arid Jude Rajapaksa, advised by Anna Erickson. Dr. Justin Hua Young Chow, advised by Suresh Sitaraman. Dr. Yasaman Mohammed Shahi, advised by Baril Tokte and Pinar Keskanosak. Dr. Kira R. Berger, advised by Greg Gibson. Dr. Mark Harkonnen, advised by Anton Lakin. Dr. Jack O'Lind, advised by Martin Short. Dr. Stephen Andrew Schwartz, advised by Dr. Oliver Brand. Dr. Srijit Kochuparakal Rajan, advised by Mohanad S. Bakir and Gary S. May. Dr. Rebecca Kiriasis, advised by Carrie Watkins. Dr. Robert Walter Herbert, advised by Woon Hong Yo. Dr. Sanjar Kozubayev, advised by Carl DeSalvo. Dr. Youssef Imam, advised by Magnus Egerstedt and Zolt Kira. Dr. Andres Karsai, advised by Daniel I. Goldman. Dr. Shankai Lee, advised by Daniel I. Goldman.
Dr. Noel Rafael Flores, advised by Dr. Lauren Stewart.
Dr. Maria Elizabeth Warren, advised by Lauren Stewart. Dr. Renee Rios, advised by Kimberly Curtis. Dr. Luna Al-Hassani, advised by Kimberly Curtis and Russell Gentry. Dr. Amar Ahmad Al-Shanak, advised by David Scott and Russell Gentry. Dr. Alex M. Mushigian, advised by Dr. Marilyn J. Smith. Dr. Amanda Grubb Kolpitsky, advised by Marilyn Smith. Dr. Jonathan David Fuller, advised by Brendan Saltaformaggio. Dr. Omar Alrawi, advised by Manos Atonakakis and Angelos Karamidas.
Dr. Kevin Garanger, advised by Kyriakos Vamvoudakis.
Dr. Aris Kanalopoulos, advised by Kyriakos Vamvoudakis. Dr. Sagar Suhas Joshi, advised by Panagiotis Tsiotras. Dr. Robert Arthur Walters, advised by J.V.R. Prasad and Karen Fye. Dr. Georgy Nikolaev Tsintsarov, advised by John D. Kressler. Dr. Patrick Stephen Goley, advised by John Kressler. Dr. Shlomi Cohen. Dr. Nolan J. English, advised by Dr. Matthew Torres. Dr. Lena Gamboa, advised by Gabe Kwong. Dr. Brandon Alexander Holt, advised by Gabriel Kwong. Dr. Curtis Peterson, advised by Ari Gleaser. Dr. Wenzi Chen, advised by Xing Xie. Dr. Young-Kyu John, advised by Francesca Storici. Dr. Hyuk-Hyen Kwan, advised by Thomas Ploes and Gregory Aboud. Dr. Enrique Soares, advised by Kishore Ramachandran. Dr. Sana Damani, advised by Vivek Sarkar. Dr. Leonardo Garcia Botia, advised by Daniel Castro. Dr. Sang J. Park, advised by Christopher W. Jones. Dr. Jordan Mihalik Gutau, advised by Jonathan Rogers. Dr. Kai Jiao Sun, advised by Andy Sun. Dr. Jiaming Liang, advised by Renato Montero. Dr. Hernan Javier Lagarzo, advised by Julian Jose Urimoli. Dr. Mohammed Shamir Omar, advised by Xiaoli Ma. Dr. Chad Albert Hume, advised by Dr. David Rosen. Dr. Haley Ray Steele, advised by Dr. Liang Han. Dr. Yutong Guo, advised by Kostas Arvanidis. Dr. Krista K. Bullard, advised by Will R. Gutakunst and Mohan Srinivasarao. Dr. Elizabeth Jones, advised by Stefan France. Dr. D. Lau, advised by Chandra Raman and Carlos Sa de Melo. Dr. Lin Xin, advised by Michael Chapman. Dr. Desmond Colley, advised by David Anderson and Mark Clements. Dr. Andrew Duncan McCrae, advised by Mark Davenport. Dr. Keshav Kohli, advised by John Oshinsky and Ajit Yoganathan. Dr. Dongyang Shu, advised by Muralidhar Padala. Dr. Kirtana Srirangatama Suresh, advised by Muralidhar Padala. Dr. Zhao Yi Shu, advised by Joseph Homer Saleh. Dr. Sindhu Karanmai Irnala, advised by Munmun De Chowdhury. Dr. Sean A. Gregory, advised by Mark D. Losego and Shannon K. Yi. Dr. Zaiwei Chen, advised by Siva Theja Magaluri and John Paul Clark. Dr. Elizabeth Simpson Grace, advised by Rick Tribino and Tammy Ma. Dr. Chin Shuang Wei, advised by Samuel Coogan. Dr. Cesar Santoyo, advised by Samuel Coogan. Dr. Neha Kondekar, advised by Matthew McDowell. Dr. John Armstrong Lewis, advised by Matthew McDowell. Dr. Yu Cheng Chen, advised by Vincent John Mooney III and Santiago Carlos Grijalva. Dr. Goptug Sihan Osman, advised by Omer T. Inan. Dr. Mohit Prabhushankar, advised by Ghassan Al-Regib. Dr. Amaray Lenice Hodges, advised by Paul Steffies. Dr. Edward Matthew Slavin, advised by Morris Cohen. Dr. Alex H. Balzer, advised by Dr. Natalie Stinglin. Dr. Achyat Panchal, advised by Suresh Menon. Dr. Mark Salvadori, advised by Devesh Ranjan and Suresh Menon. Dr. Angelica Althea Connor, advised by Donald Webster and Devesh Ranjan. Dr. Melissa Ann Russick, advised by Jeanette Yen and Donald Webster. Dr. Troy Guzman Batugal, advised by Ravi Kane. Dr. Selepuri Charles, advised by Hang Lu. Dr. Jason H. Wan, advised by Hang Lu. Dr. Yan Zhang, advised by Mark Stachinsky. Dr. Joseph Yoon, advised by Robert Spire. Dr. Bo Young Jong, advised by Sheng Dai.
Probably about, that's probably 9:30.
Dr. Sha Sha Liao, advised by Jiwoo Lin. Dr. Malavika Vashishta Bagapali. Dr. Joel Chapman, advised by Andrei Fedorov. Dr. Orestes Vasios, advised by Sakis Meliopoulos. Dr. Nilaksh Das, advised by Polo Chow. Dr. Brian Calvert Watson, advised by Bert Bross. Dr. Derek Albert Chu, advised by John Barry. Dr. Antonio Marius Wilfred Nemalu Mwalu, advised by June Ueda. Dr. Aubrey Deveni Incorvaya, advised by Aaron D. Levine. Dr. Osgun Sivile Kuglu, advised by A. Faith Siriaglu. Dr. Liran Jan, advised by Deepak Divan. Dr. Chunmang Shu, advised by Lucas Graber. Dr. Jen Xuan Zhang, advised by Boris Prolutsky. Dr. Carl Dyson, advised by Michael Goodisman. Dr. Laura Catherine O'Connell, advised by Nisha Balchway. Dr. Deepak Kamal, advised by Rampi Ramprasad. Dr. Theodore Isaac Zirkle, advised by David McDowell.
Congratulations.
Dr. Jungwon Kim, advised by Timothy Lewin. Dr. John V. Desai, advised by Dr. Josh Catcher. Dr. Sung-Woo Kim. Dr. Shixiang Woody Ju, advised by Yao Xie. Dr. Wen-Chan Hu, advised by Jeffrey Hales and Jason Kwong. Dr. Patrick Oliver Fiorilli, advised by Jay Bolter. Dr. Jung-Hoon Lim, advised by Dr. Marta C. Hatzel and Dr. Sung-Woo Lee. Dr. Michael J. Lee, advised by Sung-Woo Lee. Dr. Benjamin William Streeter, advised by Michael Davis. Dr. Gilad Doron, advised by Jonna Taminoff and Robert Goldberg. Dr. Ashkan Ojagi, advised by Francisco E. Robles. Dr. Zhang Wang, advised by Asif Khan. Dr. Pani Wang, advised by Shimang Yu. Dr. Xiaoyu Sun, advised by Shimang Yu. Dr. Shay McMurtry, advised by Dr. Richard Nichols. Dr. Matthew N. Drexler. Dr. Ming Liu, advised by Jian Luo. Dr. Scott M. Sutton II, advised by Dr. Amanda Stockton. Dr. Dan Lee, advised by Nagi Gabriel and Kamran Painabar. Dr. Ana Maria Estrada Gomez, advised by Kamran Painabar. Dr. Gad Monga Ilunga, advised by Sakis Meliopoulos. Dr. Keenam Kim, advised by Dr. Young K. Cho. Dr. Reem Kier, advised by Alan Herrera and Alejandro Torriello. Dr. Yan Zhao Wu, advised by Ling Liu and Carlton Pu. Dr. Zhu Hyun Bei, advised by Ling Liu. Dr. Jun Chi, advised by Chinhui Li and Xiaoli Ma. Dr. Brian Fuchs, advised by Lawrence Jacobs. Dr. Rodrigo Borella, advised by David Frost. Dr. Nimisha Roy, advised by David J. Frost.
Not yet. Now, by the way, thank you for your cooperation. You've done great, and you did not upset Dr. Isbell too much. So I think you get an A minus, I think, in hooding. It was well done. Now, I would like to turn the podium over to one of our graduating students. I'm pleased to introduce Ruxandra Duca, a Ph.D. candidate in aerospace engineering, who's, by the way, the sister of another yellow jacket, and she will give the reflection.
All right, thank you, President Cabrera. Good morning, everyone. What a cloudy but still beautiful day to celebrate our determination and persistence to get to this point. Before everything, we have to give thanks to those who supported us on our journey, who helped push us higher and cheered for every exam and presentation. There are our advisors, our mentors, our family and friends, and many of them are here with us today, including my parents who traveled all the way from Romania. Mama și tata, vă mulțumesc din suflet. And then I want us to thank ourselves, because we all know it wasn't easy. And even if my advisor says there's no crying in grad school, some of us may have broken that rule a few times. Because our struggle is a particular kind of struggle. We constantly doubt our knowledge, going deeper and asking question after question. We read a paper that seems like it's going to solve a small problem we have in our work, then look up a word we didn't know and discover a whole new body of research just about that word. And then we feel like we don't even have any knowledge to question. We are surrounded by people working at a high level, and we compare ourselves not to the whole world, but to them in our bubble. So relatively, it feels like what we're doing is maybe a little bit interesting, but not at all that special. But we pushed through, believed that it mattered, and here we are today ready to face the world. Throw a problem at us, any problem. We may not know the answer to it, but we know how to break it down and slowly construct a solution that we believe in and stand by. And that's a PhD. And I have no doubt that you will take it and move on to greater accomplishments. I know you already have your next goals in mind. What I wish for you, and what I recommend that you do, is that you slow down and smell the proverbial roses. That on the way to the next, and to the next, and to the next, you realize how good the coffee tastes one morning, or how relieved you feel you finally fixed that bug in your code, or how wide you're smiling, dancing with friends at a concert. And I hope that those moments fill you with pure joy. Because big accomplishments may give you the highest sense of pride or happiness, but they are points in time. Life is in every day as you move towards them. And like Brendan Bouchard says, not every second has to be so purposeful that it's grand, but don't just go through the motions. I encourage you to be aware of and enjoy that daily work that you put in and see that as enough and meaningful. That's how you stop the rush, live intentionally, and find happiness in where you are and how far you've come at any point. Thank you. Congratulations to you all. You now have a PhD from Georgia Tech, and it is well deserved. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ruxandra. And now, today, of course, you have joined a pretty impressive community of Georgia Tech alumni. This is a community of leaders, innovators, thinkers, and doers who are making a difference across our state and across the world. Many of them are here today to celebrate your accomplishment. They appreciate better than anyone what you have accomplished today, and may even be part of the reason you're here today. So if there are any alumni with us today, anywhere in this stadium, please stand to be recognized. Thank you so much. And now to formally welcome all of you new graduates into the Fellowship of Georgia Tech Alumni, I'm pleased to introduce Sean Pesaru, a computer engineering graduate from the class of 2005 and the chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association Board of Trustees. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, President Cabrera. Good morning. I'm Sean Pesaru, chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association, and as a fellow Yellow Jacket, I want to be among the first to congratulate you on earning your degree from Tech. You invested in yourself and your future, and we are proud of your unwavering commitment and tremendous determination. We're excited for you to apply what you've learned here and take on new challenges and opportunities that will further your journey of lifelong learning. I remember my graduation day at Tech in 2005. By chance, the seating arrangement placed me near several of my good friends. There were friends seated right in front and more right behind me. I remember how good it felt to share that moment, the triumphant feeling of graduating from Georgia Tech and being surrounded by all of these people. During my time at Tech, these were the people who experienced with me all of those marathon studying sessions, all-nighters, and of course, submitting homework assignments at the last second. But more importantly, we shared deep conversations, endless laughter, travel abroad, and all of Tech's greatest traditions. The way I felt at that moment was that I belonged to a community and that my membership could never be taken away. The feeling was one of love and support of a family. You might even be feeling this way right now with all of these beautiful people here who helped you succeed and who are beaming with pride with you in this moment. It really doesn't get much better than that. And now that you've graduated, not only are you a member of the Georgia Tech family, you've been elevated to alumni status as part of the Georgia Tech alumni community. This community has got your back. And the Alumni Association is here to support you and help foster your continued success and connections. Not only do we provide ongoing connections to campus, but we can also assist in connecting you with mentors and growing your network. Everything from game-watching gatherings and group travel to volunteer leadership opportunities, the Alumni Association is here to help. Being from out of state when I graduated, the Alumni Association kept me connected to our alma mater. One event at a time, one volunteer opportunity at a time, I began to understand the power of a community that will forever stand in proud support of Georgia Tech and one another. I'm grateful for this connection and all of the wonderful ways that staying connected to Tech has helped me personally and in my career. As you go out into the world and continue to do more and more amazing things, remember those who helped you and never be afraid to ask for more help when you need it. This GT spirit of progress and service will carry on with you and lead you to places you haven't yet imagined. We look forward to hearing all of the incredible things you will accomplish and the ways that you will impact your community and your world. On behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations, we're here for you. So stay in touch and drop us a note every once in a while, and let's go, Jackets.
Well done. So I am now honored to present our speaker, Nashley Cephas, Dr. Cephas, who is a fellow Ph.D. alum from Georgia Tech, and she has one of the coolest job titles that you can think of. She's the tech evangelist for Amazon AI, And she focuses on a subject which could not be any more important today, which is fairness and identifying biases in AI. She's a dear friend. She's an advisor to me. She's a member of the Georgia Tech Advisory Board. She formerly led the Amazon Visual Search team as an applied scientist in Atlanta, which launched visual search for replacement parts of the Amazon shopping app in June of 2018. Before that, after that, in 2018, she became the founder and CEO of the Bean Path, a nonprofit organization based in Jackson, Mississippi, assisting individuals and startups with technical expertise and guidance. And in September of 2020, she became the owner and developer of the Jackson Tech District, 14 acres of mixed-use commercial real estate in downtown Jackson to bring tech training and workforce and economic development to the area. It will be the next Tech Square in Jackson. Dr. Cephas, we are so happy to welcome you today. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Dr. Nashley Cephas. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you all. I want to thank President Cabrera, the Georgia Tech faculty and staff, these great leaders sitting behind me, and you great leaders sitting right here in front of me for allowing me to come back to my Ph.D. alma mater and address you all today. I'm going to be very brief. I know we have some raindrops coming down, and y'all are looking really good today. I wish you could see how you look right now. So class of 2022, you are going to be successful because you did it. Getting a Ph.D. from Georgia Tech has prepared you for some of the biggest challenges of your lifetime. In fact, some say getting a Ph.D. was their biggest challenge of their lifetime. I call my years in electrical and computer engineering at Georgia Tech my trials and tribulations or my come to Jesus moments. I was tested literally and figuratively over and over again. It took me 3 times to pass my qualifying exams. I had to switch advisors halfway through my research, and I had to work multiple jobs just to stay afloat. Anybody relate? Well, thank you. And then there's that dreaded question from friends and family every 2 months, when are you gonna graduate again? Or, baby, how long you been in school? Your PhD story may not be the same as mine, but we all have stories to tell, I know. Because if it were easy, those people who were to your left and your right when you first started would still be here. For me, it was more like the people to the left, the right, the front, the back, the side, they were gone. But you did it. This is your mama, I made it moment. You knew your why. Yes, hand clap for that. You knew your why, you stayed the course, you were resourceful, and you finished. With some help along the way. If that's not Ph.D., which by the way in my book stands for perseverance, hard work, and determination, then I don't know what is. So here's 7 things I want to leave you with today that helped me and things I wish I would have known when I was sitting in your seat. Number 1, start somewhere. Whatever that new idea or new job venture is, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you really don't have to have it all figured out. You get to the point sometimes where you suffer from what they call analysis paralysis. I was a CTO of a Black, female-led tech startup in 2015, which we actually sold to Amazon in 2016. That's like winning a Super Bowl your first season. I had never worked at a startup before. In fact, I didn't even know what a startup was. But I did it. I just started. Also, when I started the Bean Path nonprofit in my hometown of Jackson, Mississippi, to help bridge the tech divide in Mississippi, I'd never run a nonprofit before. I just started. I knew that if I didn't do it, somebody had to do it, so I wanted to be the one. Number 2, do not be pigeonholed. You can have many talents and strengths. You can be both creative and technical. You are more than capable of solving problems and finding the information you don't know from wherever it is. When I set out to expand my team and I, what we were doing in Jackson, Mississippi by developing the Jackson Tech District, we set out to do it. People say, hey, you're not in real estate, you're a techie. But those skills are very much so transferable. So remember that. Number 3, whatever you do, keep fairness, diversity, and inclusion in mind. That's actually what we focus on my team at Amazon. Number 4, secure a good support system. I have 13 family members here from Jackson, Mississippi. I told them, y'all know I'm not graduating, right? But just say the word and they're there. Number 5, give back and sow seeds. It's very important. In fact, the Georgia Tech Alumni Association, consider joining, consider giving. If not, they will come for you. The CIA has nothing on them. Consider an endowment or giving to a scholarship. Number 6, self-care is essential. That's more so a reminder for myself. But remember, if you don't get that quiet time with yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, nothing else follows. And lastly, number 7, be you, or as some say, just do you, boo. It's very apparent. Remember, people value differences, and the more you are yourself, the more you have the less time you waste being someone else. So class of 2022, today we celebrate you. Tomorrow, you change the world, because that's what Georgia Tech Ph.D. grads do. You got this. Congratulations, and thank you.
That is very wise advice from Dr. Cephas. Thank you so much for sharing the moment with us. And then let me ask our graduates today to stand up for one brief second while I now formalize and use all my magic powers to make your degree fully official. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Georgia Institute of Technology and by authority of the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon each of you a doctoral degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. I am incredibly proud of you. Please join me in congratulating these fine new graduates of Georgia Tech. Thank you all. Thank you so very much for standing with us. And I think we may have just beat the rain. We are now going to process out of the stadium, and we're going to keep, if the rain catches you before you reach your next destination, we'll keep the stadium open if you want to wait out a little bit in the tunnels. This concludes our ceremony. Congratulations to everybody, and thank you very much.
Like all the jolly good fellows, I drink my whiskey thin. I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. Well, if I had a dollar, sir, I'd dress me right in gold and put her on the canvas to cheer the brave and bold. Well, if I had a son, sir, I'd tell you what he'd do. He would yell to hell with Georgia, like his daddy used to do. I wish I had a barrel of rum and sugar 3,000 pounds, a college bell to put it in and clap it or stir it round. I drink to all good fellows who come from far and near. I'm a rambling, gambling, hell of an engineer. Hey!